Hello, my country people. It's your boy Bovis, yet with another podcast after a long time. Yeah, we've been out busy. You know how it is like in our country. Yeah, but we're back again at it with another podcast number 4. Yeah, looking at our previous podcasts, when we started our podcast, they were all relationship based. Yeah. So this time around, we are continuing with relationship based podcasts for now. Um, for the first time listeners to this podcast, you can catch my other podcasts on my YouTube channel. Just search for Bovis Podcasts, they'll pop up. Or just switch to Twitter and search at Yui Rodix. That's my Twitter handle. I'm sure you'll be able to find some podcasts that we posted some time back. Okay, after a long time, we're back again. This time around, we are looking at alone time. Yeah, alone time. I'll repeat that. Alone time. How much alone time do you need in a relationship? That's our topic for our podcast. How much alone time do you need for your relationship, or how much alone time do you need in your relationship? Okay, first and foremost, spending some time alone does not signify that you are a total weirdo or you are a lonely person or you are sad. In fact, being alone or a lone wolf at least sometimes can boost productivity and even make your relationship more romantic, yeah, or even grow stronger. But if we feel lonely when we are alone, that will become a healthy risk. Yeah, so let's see what we mean by when we say alone time. What is alone time? In my own point of view, alone time is a pretty difficult concept for some of us to grasp. But between cell phones and social media, you find most people around the world will spend more time plugged into social media, cell phones, and all that. But really, alone time really means you'll be disconnected to even social media. Just you finding a quiet room, quiet space where you can spend time alone. Just think productive things and all that. Solo time can be especially beneficial for those who are in a relationship because they'll tend to really dig down deep within themselves and just bring out everything that they feel for each other. In other words, it's completely possible to sit alone in an empty room without feeling lonely. At its best, time spent without others around is associated with getting to know oneself, inner peace, and spiritually it helps you grow. Yeah, so alone time is very, very important in a relationship, in my own point of view. It's not every time that you'll be there seated with your partner or you'll be there chit-chatting with your partner and all that. In the end, you may turn out to say a lie here and there. So I think you discovering yourself, finding inner peace, and bringing out the best in you will really help your romantic relationship grow. So, quickly, let's see. I just drafted out a few points, a few signs that show that you're not getting enough alone time in your relationship. Yeah. As the saying goes, distance makes the heart grow fonder. While too much space physically or emotionally can be tough on a partnership, there will be times when you crave time alone as an introvert. And if you have been feeling the craving lately, don't feel bad. There's nothing wrong with you or your relationship. You just need that alone time. You just need to find that inner peace. Being partners does not mean that you have to or even should do everything together. Needing space does not necessarily mean your relationship is doomed. In fact, it can be a healthy sign that you are prioritizing yourself as an individual, both inside and outside your relationship. So let me not prolong this podcast with me explaining much. Let me just quickly jump into some of the signs that I drafted which show that you're not getting enough alone time in your relationship. Number 1, you are fighting about little things. Yeah, conflict is normal, but it can also be healthy in a relationship. But if you find yourself and your partner, you are often getting quarrels, fighting upon little things, just know that you are not getting enough alone time in your relationship, and you need to check that. The second point, you being bored. It's so easy to fall into a routine in your relationship, and routines can get pretty boring like very quickly. If you find that you're getting bored with your partner, you keep doing and talking about the same things, or you're running out of things to talk about completely, try taking a step back. There's nothing like necessarily wrong with your partner or with your relationship. You may just need an opportunity to view both sides with fresh eyes. Okay? You just need to check, like, you're always doing the same things with your partner. Always. So, things that you keep on doing are the same. You find yourself being bored. The third thing, or the third sign, is you never see your friends. Well, it's very important for you and your partner to support each other. It's also helpful to remember that your partner can't be everything to you. I repeat, it's important to remember that your partner can be everything to you. And your friends and family will make the difference. They are the ones you can rely on to fill any voids that your partner may just not be able to fill. Or even sometimes like they don't really have an idea or grasp what you do at work, but that friend or that family member will try and understand you. So if you never see your friends or your family members like that, just know that you're not getting a lot of alone time in that relationship. The fourth thing is you avoiding the things that you like to do. Yeah, that's a big one. You find when you like start dating or you get into a relationship with somebody, you tend to forget about the things that you love to do or the things that you like to do. So like, when is the last time maybe you read a book or you took yourself out? Every time you have to be with that person, in the end you really get bored, like we said in the previous point. So when you try and check in your relationship, are you avoiding the things that you like to do? For instance, you liked, or maybe before you met that person, you liked going out maybe for ice cream alone. Yeah, I like ice cream that much. Yeah, so I do tend to go out alone just to have ice cream. So after I meet that person, do I still go out alone just to have that ice cream and just think to myself as I'm walking or trekking down the street going back home with that ice cream? So if you no longer do all those things, that's not that you're not getting enough alone time. The last thing that I'll talk about, or the last sign, you tend to not feel like yourself. You don't feel like yourself. This last point is probably the most important sign that you need some space. If you no longer feel like yourself, but rather you feel like one half of a partnership, then you are likely in need of some alone time. Yeah, you really need some alone time. If you don't feel like yourself anymore, then consider how you can take the space to reconnect to you and allow that person to show up as their whole new self in your relationship. It is very, very important to have some alone time in your relationship. It does not mean your relationship is doomed, like I said earlier on. You just have to focus and bring back what you like to do. Make sure You keep your relationship exciting, not you doing the same routine things. In the end, you end up being bored in that relationship. Let me get your views, people. Do you think alone time is important in a relationship? What do you think? Give me your views. I'm open for views. Yeah, it's your boy Bovis. Just did another podcast. Yeah, for the listeners, first time listeners, like I said in the beginning of this podcast, you can find my podcasts on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Just search for Bovis Podcast, they'll pop up, or just search for my Twitter handle at Uirudix. Then I frequently post my podcasts there. You can find one or two, then you can catch up with us. See you people, until next time. It has been your Bovis here. Bye.